Okay, stream should be up in like a minute, I hope. Then we will get going on the commentary. Alright, looks like I am live. Had an accidental one. I'm going to delete that real quick. Alright, I'm live. Let's just verify I can hear myself. Just 1 second, and then we will get going. Alright, I can hear myself sick. Alright, hey everybody, Wolf here in place here. Welcome back to another live commentary of the machinimas I have made. I've done one of these on the Guardians of the Ancient Relic, and then I did the prequel to that, which was the Keeper of the Peace, and now I'm doing the prequel, well, pretty much prequel to Keeper of the Peace, which is Obsidian War, which I am very excited to finally be able to do a commentary on, because I've been really wanting to do this for a really long time, so getting to it is really cool. But if anybody has just no clue what this is about, pretty much the gist of Obsidian War is it follows Notch and his kingdom. So and pretty much he has these guardians that have to protect an ancient relic. That pretty much if the villains got in control of the ancient relic, then that would kind of put the entire overworld or general world at risk of getting all destroyed and stuff because of all the power and stuff, or at least that's what they believe at this point. So that's the gist of Obsidian War, but I think I'm just going to get right into it, though. Like, I don't really got any reason to not, just get going. So let's just go. Let's just check it out. And yeah, and I'll be pausing to explain things. Raptor said, hey, oh, hey, Raptor.
We can't hold him back! Keep pressing forward!
We're wearing his defense down!
I'll get him from behind!
Don't give...
Yeah!
Keep doing as well as you have been, and we'll need a new armor stand. I'm gonna just pause right here. So I had thought about the first part of this scene for a while. So I brought this up in another stream, but pretty much, I think I started on the Obsidian War script a bit before Keeper of the Peace script, but I just could not get the thought in my head. I was like thinking like, wait a minute, what if the opening to this? What if this opening is like, you think that it's like an intense thing going on where there are like lives at stake at stuff, but then it's revealed and then you realize, wait a minute, they're just practicing. Like they're just taking their practicing real seriously. So I've been thinking about that for a really long time when I made this, and I'm just really happy I was able to like start it that way. And it just I really I think it's my favorite opening I've had.
General Steve, it's an honor. Do you need our aid?
No. I want to talk to you about Notch. He and I have been working on something. Follow me. By the way, Raptor and I built all of this, and then I ported this to Java with Chunker. All of this was built when Guardians of the Ancient Relic Season 2 was happening, because it was originally going to be in Java, but I was having some issues, so I got it to Bedrock, and then Java started working again, so then I built all this was in Bedrock, and then I got ported to Java, so just a fun fact there. So yeah, none of this is naturally generated. This is all built by Raptor and I. And fun fact, even started a raid somehow. I don't even know how. True story, I have footage, I might upload it sometime. We haven't encountered anyone in the past 5 months that has been trying to take down Notch's kingdom. Huh, took him long enough. The other kingdoms don't seem to be targeting us, but the pillagers. Notch, Archelaus, and I think that they're working on something big, or have a new leader.
We aren't scared of pillagers. They fought us for decades, and not once have they showed up in any sort of armor.
You three are just getting paranoid. We're in the strongest kingdom in the overworld. We'll be fine.
We can't take our enemy's strength for granted. They've taken down kingdoms similar to ours. And that's why Notch has been cloning me.
Cloning you? But that will take up all of our resources.
We know, but it significantly increases our chances of continual success, especially with how many people know that we have the relic. Well, we always have needed more warriors, let alone more like you. I've given Archelaus the briefing for your next mission. It'll be one of your bigger ones. I wish you luck.
Greetings, Guardians. Scouts have spotted a possible threat just outside of the borders of the Forest of the Brave.
Alright, so I'm going to pause real quick. So, in the previous bit where everybody was kind of at the campfire bit, so the thing is there, pretty much, cloning is obviously something that would take a bunch of resources, and with how at odds Notch is with his kingdom versus a lot of other kingdoms that you don't necessarily get to see too much because they're just kind of in their own territories, cloning takes a lot of resources, so that would be kind of a really big deal because it'd be, I think, like, yeah, it'd be like the first time ever that would have really ever been done, so it's been figured out by Notch's scientists and stuff like that, so it just proves just how much of a risk, I guess, like a really big risk that they were doing that cloning could be the reason they run out of resources and then they could get destroyed.
He has no army. We need you to find out if he poses a threat to Notch's kingdom or not.
What does he look like?
He wears a black robe and appears to be a skeleton.
Also, by the way, I just love how on the left, the villager's just listening. I think you just go back a bit. And he's just kind of appears and he's just listening to Archelaus.
He wears a black robe and appears to be a skeleton.
We're on it. Also, Raptor says nice opening. Thank you very much.
Be on your guard. He could be anywhere.
Wait, did you hear that?
The sound of imminent danger? Yeah, loud and clear. You think we're scared of you? Do your worst.
Gabriel, don't converse with him. We don't know if he's against us or not.
It's always worked before.
We mean no harm. Show yourself.
Also, okay, now I'll continue for a bit. So, continuing the trend of using, and technically this isn't exactly this, but I love the Minecraft console music, and I forget specifically, I believe this music specifically is from Mass Effect, but Minecraft and Mass Effect had a collaboration, and I know like nothing about Mass Effect, I just know that it has absolutely peak music, so just it's really cool. The Minecraft PS3, oh dang, my microphone, but like Minecraft PS3 collaborations though, and just the music, the lesser known music of all those collaborations in general console games, just the gift that keeps on giving. I love that music so much. Also, Raptor says W Archelaus. That is true.
Watch out, skeletons!
I'll deal with them, you... What? He was trying to kill us.
I suppose that's one way to deal with the situation. But he should have been locked up.
Then he would...
So, originally I wasn't going to have Gabriel just hit Dreadlord on the way out, but I just thought it'd be really funny. So yeah, that was kind of like a last minute addition. And also, Dreadlord, I wanted to ensure that he wasn't really expecting their strategies, because I didn't really have in mind that Dreadlord and the Guardians would have met before, so that's why he's a bit nerfed in this first situation.
That's one way to deal with the situation. But he should have been locked up.
Then he would break out somehow, wreak havoc on Notch's kingdom and others, and we would feel responsible. I ended it right here. You're welcome.
We should head back to Archelaus and tell her what we saw.
I doubt one stab would take him out. He's a skeleton.
Our mission was to find out if he's a threat to us or not to stop him from whatever he's doing.
We should find out where he came from. You and Zacharias go back and tell Archelaus, and Gabriel and I will find out if there are more of him.
Okay, have your flares ready if you get lost.
We will.
We found him.
Raptor says I like the unpredictable bit of humor when Gavriel stabbed Dreadlord while the Guardians were planning. Thank you. I'm really glad. I really want Gavriel to just be the guy who just kind of does stuff, even though, like, everyone else is like, alright, this is the plan, let's go do this. And then Gavriel just says, forget all that, and then he just, he goes by his own plans. That's what he does.
He tried to kill us with withered skeletons.
We found him.
He tried to kill us with withered skeletons. Gavriel managed to stab him before any more damage was done.
Where are Gavriel and Irene?
They want to find where he came from.
I suppose that is acceptable, since he has shown himself to be a threat. But you said that he was stabbed. Is there really a need to find where he stays?
And by the way, at this point, I really like the thought of giving characters their own themes. I don't really have the music flexibility to be able to use motifs and stuff, but I do really like how in Keeper of the Peace I was able to have a theme for him, and then Archelaus I have a theme for her, and it's something that it's kind of hard to do that kind of thing, because, you know, it's as someone who doesn't really make music like at all, it's kind of hard to find like the absolute perfect music. Like sometimes I can spend hours finding music and it's not quite right, but sometimes the music just hits especially, which is the extra good ones turn into theme songs for characters.
We know his type. He won't be down for long.
If we may, I ask that we might aid them if there are more of the strangers kind where they are headed.
You will have to ask Notch. I simply plan your missions. I do not formulate them.
We have found the stranger to be a threat, and half of us are finding where he came from.
Without the given order?
We're here to ask you for your permission to proceed.
Even if he does turn out to be dangerous, as you say, we will not get into a war until the clone army is finished.
Your Majesty, we are trying to prevent a war from happening.
The cloning should be complete by next week. These are not the times to go on daring missions. If all of you left, the kingdom would be vulnerable.
So I wanted to make sure on the second floor, whatever, of Notch's kind of house inside of his kingdom, or I guess in his castle in general, I wanted to make sure that it's not just like for show, that he can actually have some stuff to work on. So you can notice he's next to a cartography table. So he doesn't really make maps, but he's just kind of like looking over the maps just to kind of, I don't know, like plan the next things going on. Because Archelaus is the one who kind of tells about the plans. She kind of gives the information, but Notch is the one that comes up with them.
I understand. But how will we inform the other Guardians?
They will come back when they succeed.
Look, a city just ahead.
It's flooded. I knew I should have brought a boat.
Not all of it. Shallow water. We can walk through it.
Well, doesn't seem like a great place to live. What?
There are two stories being
Gavriel just spitting facts.
told here.
What?
There are two stories being told here. One, the city got flooded due to natural causes. Or two, that skeleton that we just encountered leveled it.
That guy? I stabbed him right through the back, their spine. Guy's no reflexes.
We have underestimated our opponent once before, but we must never again. It endangers the lives of those around us.
Alikos and Zacharias are protecting the kingdom. The citizens will be fine.
I'm not just talking about Notch's kingdom. We protect whoever we can. Let's keep searching.
There's nothing in these ruins. Let's check a couple more areas, then head back to the castle.
Those vines lead up to a window. Come on.
No one around.
Let's check the other floors. Still nobody.
Let's get out of here before the rest of the place falls apart. We found a ruined city.
So for the ruined city, I think that's my favorite location in the entire series, and evidently because, you know, I definitely used it more than once. But the thing about the ruined city, and I forget specifically what it's called. It might specifically be called Abandoned City. In the description of this video, I did actually, in the movie specifically, I did actually have the link to the mods, or not mods, to the map. So if you guys want to check it out, then go watch the movie for yourself, or the individual episode, and you'll be able to find it. This is episode 2 if you choose to do that. But I just love the thought of having an entire city ruined, and I know that sounds terrible, but just having to explore a destroyed city for clues. It really is something that I wanted the Guardians to be able to do. So yeah, Raptor says the city is one of the coolest Minecraft maps, or coolest maps used for this machinima, in your opinion. Yeah, I'm really glad. Yeah, it really fits the vibe of Obsidian War, I think. So it was really fun to record in.
Searched all over, but
Nobody.
Very good. Perhaps war will not be inevitable.
But we did come across a problem, Your Highness. On our way back, we saw that the skeleton was gone.
You four are my most trusted warriors. If anyone can stop him, you four can. But for now, we wait. I will make an announcement for everyone to be on high alert of danger.
no sign of him anywhere. Maybe that's what he wants us to think.
I really love what YoFPS, that's my shader I use. I really love what it does with the rain and with the light from a distance. I think that it really just, I don't know, it just creates a beautiful atmosphere. Like, I love the shader. It's so great.
Or, and hear me out, I actually maybe that's what he wants us to think. Or, and hear me out, I actually stabbed him. Why are we waiting anyway? He's proven that he wants to kill us, and we're standing here until he tries to take down Notch's kingdom? We're the Guardians, not the Attackians. I'm going to find him again. We're not just the Guardians of the citizens. We're the Guardians of the ancient relic. Our presence ensures that it does not get stolen.
At least we know the direction he should be coming from, if he does come.
Wait, do you hear that?
The wind?
I'm just now realizing that Irene's eyes are the same color as her hair, and now I can't unsee that.
No, not the wind. The footsteps. We're getting ambushed!
Has anyone told Notch?
There's no time. We need to fend them off before they enter the kingdom.
Archelaus should know. She could come up with a plan.
It's too late for a plan now.
They've stopped.
Look, it's that skeleton again.
Wait, I've just realized, is chat not working on screen? I've just realized, I don't think that the on-stream chat is working, and I don't know why. Huh. Well, sorry about that.
If it isn't the fabled guardians of the ancient relic, I suggest you step aside.
I stabbed you once, I'll do it again.
I'm here for the ancient relic. It gives power beyond belief. I promise that no harm will come to you if you give it to me.
We will defend this kingdom.
And that is Raptor saying that with a voice changer. She did a great job being intimidating and also making it impossible to tell that it's Raptor.
And the ancient relic with our lives.
I don't think that you have the faintest idea of who you're dealing with. Let me give you the picture.
He's getting ready to release something big. We need to stop him while he's powering up. I'll take on the withered skeletons.
I'll inform Notch, Steve, and Archelaus.
Any ideas? Shoot him with arrows. I picked up some extra sharp ones from a nearby village. I could use some right about now. Who is the seller? It was a kid that came to me. Said that his dad told him to make some money for him while he was away. He made the arrows himself. Kid's name was Heracles. Good kid. Maybe he'll be a part of the kingdom when he grows up.
So for this part, Heracles reference, I love it when people tie two things that, like, they may be really different on the timeline from each other and they're just really far apart, but they still find a way to tie it together. I was thinking that it's kind of a bit undetermined when Obsidian War happens in relation to Guardians. It's, I guess, Keeper of the Peace says that years pass before Steve finds Herobrine. And after that, I guess Herobrine is... Well, I guess I won't give spoilers for the people who haven't seen Keeper of the Peace, but I'm assuming it was probably also months to years in... Yeah, about months to years from Keeper of the Peace to Guardians of the Ancient Relic as well, so... Heracles, I was figuring that, like, by the timeline, I was thinking he would probably be about a kid age, or maybe like a teen or something like that. I know that teenagers don't exist in Minecraft, at least for villagers, but, you know, it's, wanted to throw Heracles in there because he is a villager and he can trade stuff. So, that would mean as well that his dad was a Fletcher, or is a Fletcher, I guess, because he gives arrows, and he needed Heracles to make them.
I hit him, but it doesn't look like it did any damage.
Mine aren't doing any damage either. We need a new plan.
General Steve, we've been ambushed by the skeleton and his forces.
Not just preparing the clone army. Help the other Guardians. I'll see if Archelaus can make a plan to get us out of this. Archelaus! We've been ambushed by the skeleton, and the Guardians are doing their best to defend the castle. What should we do?
He powers up, as if he means to blow all surrounding things to rubble, and he takes no damage from our swords or arrows. I propose that we forge a new weapon, a weapon that will be known for its power, but it can only be forged of a rare material, obsidian, found deep in the caves. But beware, for if anyone finds out what it is made from, war inevitable.
An Obsidian War. That's the last of them. Look, he stopped powering up. And the whole castle looks intact.
Raptor said, also that Kid Heracles reference was so great, it's cinematic. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
I'm no genius, but
Also,
stop
by the way,
powering up.
Also, Java flex. I love flexing Java when I can. Bow in the right, sword in the left.
The whole castle looks intact. I'm no genius, but I think taking out wherever he spawns in takes his power down a peg or two. Gabriel, you are a genius.
That was but a taste of the power that I will use on your kingdom and others. You may have won the battle, but you will not win the war.
So, is absolutely peak as the voice changer made Raptor sound? Shockingly, the voice changer was actually a bit difficult with diction. You would imagine that it's perfect on diction, but somehow no. Sometimes, and nothing against the voice changer, I'm not going to name drop what it is, but the voice changer does great with the voices, but sometimes Raptor would just pull off this like perfect diction, and it just sounded great, and then for some reason it just wouldn't really get picked up all that well, which was really weird. But we were able to figure things out eventually though, and then that's how you got these lines, how, you know, win the war, and just beautiful.
Won the battle, but you will not win the war.
Just beautiful.
Yeah, that's what happens when you mess with the Guardians of the Ancient Relic. We sure showed that freak of nature who's boss.
We shouldn't celebrate too early. He said that he's coming back.
Oh, enjoy yourself a little bit. We won!
As much as I hate to admit it, Zacharias is right. Dreadlord was collecting all of his power to create something of mass destruction. Then our weapons did nothing.
Your weapons? I defeated a skeleton army. Irene, you told General Steve about the invasion.
I love how villagers just randomly appear in the back. It's so funny. Cause like, they're out, but then they just stand in one place and look like they're just eavesdropping.
Defeated a skeleton army. Irene, you told General Steve about the invasion. What did he tell you?
He said that he would ask Archelaus what to do.
We need a new weapon. One forged of one of the strongest materials in the overworld. It'll take more than a shiny new sword to defeat that freak. Notch, Archelaus, and I have seen many threats come and go. Archelaus was chosen as our mission planner because she's great at discovering vulnerabilities in not only anyone like Dreadlord, but also in fortifications. She told me that we need a sword made of obsidian, and I have known her long enough that I trust her with my life.
If we go into the caves, who will protect the kingdom?
My clones.
And you?
Notch has given me a different mission.
I wish you luck.
As I do to you all. So, Who wants to go first? We go in at once. What we're about to do could start a war. We cannot separate.
Look, obsidian. Surely we can make multiple swords for each of us out of these.
Alikos, what do you think?
Let's do it. But we make one for each of us. Making any extras will risk theft and an even longer war. Loud and clear. Let's forge these things.
Good. The weapons of obsidian.
And some of you guys may have been wondering, why was that kind of sadder music that I chose there? Because it's kind of like a pretty heavy situation. Because if they fail, if the Guardians fail to defeat Dreadlord, then the obsidian could get taken from them, and then it ends up that they, you know, are going to be in a lot more trouble. So it was kind of a symbolic thing of like, if they mess up, then it's like kind of over.
Have been forged.
With great care.
Notch has given me your next objective. Go past the dunes of the north and track down a wanted criminal that has been stealing diamonds from our mining outposts.
I thought that we were going after Dreadlord.
You are. This criminal where he is.
How do you know?
The two were spotted interacting not long ago.
Let's go get that freak.
There he is. He has a bow, 2 iron swords, and no armor. We can take him down easily. Where is Dreadlord?
Who says I know Dreadlord, brother?
I really wanted Zacharias to just jump in and then just like be extra alarming. I thought that that would be kind of interesting and maybe a bit funny.
One of the most trusted members of Notch's kingdom.
And even if I did, why would I tell you? Forget about it.
Because the fate of the overworld lies in whatever you choose to say next.
What's in it for me?
Freedom.
I've only been in contact with Dreadlord a few times, brother. He comes to me as a messenger.
A messenger? To who?
Also, this is Jedi Fallen Order music, I think. So, peak soundtrack.
Comes to me as a messenger.
A messenger? To who?
A messenger to Thavis.
So he's the one behind all this.
Not directly, partner. He has his own plans. Notch has hurt a lot of us.
If none of you were against him, you wouldn't be harmed in the first place. Where is Thavis?
I don't know. He could be anywhere now, brother.
And Dreadlord?
In the city that he ruined.
Thank you. That city that you went to, he's there.
Huh. Could have handled it better myself. Did he say where Dreadlord is?
He didn't know, unless he was lying. He said Dreadlord's been working with Thavis.
Why would someone like Dreadlord need help? He's been working by himself for as long as I can remember.
I don't know. We should return to Notch's castle and inform him of our findings.
So yeah, Raptor just said, yay, W Bobby Brady. Yeah, Bobby Brady did such a great job as Darby. He did a really good job. I don't remember if he was ever name dropped. I genuinely don't remember. We're going to have to wait and see, but I know I credited him as Darby, but that's the character's name. Oh, dang. That's the character's name, though. His name's Darby.
He's planning something large, no doubt.
I can't help but wonder if now is the time to execute our plans.
Almost. We need to wait until we have more information before I send my soldiers to take him down.
Oh, yeah. Also, in the last thing I wanted to mention as well, I was kind of surprised that I found this. I don't know. I have not seen a Mesa Sand mixed mineshaft, like, ever. Like, I genuinely don't ever remember seeing one of these before. So when I saw this, I'm thinking, I totally gotta have this in Obsidian War. So it's, I don't know. Like, I guess it just maybe kind of gives across the idea that Darby's he's been traveling for a bit, and he's just hitting the, midway through these couple of biomes, and then that's when the Guardians jump him in the midst of his long journey.
He's planning something large, no doubt.
I can't help but wonder if now is the time to execute our plans.
Oh, and also,
Something
by the way,
large,
you can see the log over there that's sat on at the end of Guardian Season 2.
no doubt.
I can't help but wonder if now is the time to execute our plans.
Almost. We need to wait until we have more information before I send my soldiers to take him down. He must be trying to bait us into a trap.
What should we do?
Steve is checking the perimeter.
Why not us?
Your armor, though gifted to you, will give you away. This is a stealth mission.
I understand.
The Guardians have found me on my way to meet you, brother. They know of Dreadlord's intention.
And so the shader here created this really cool foggy effect. Now, I don't know why it kind of canceled out when I got closer. I think just because it was literally fog. But I love this look. And I think that it just really gives off, I really wanted this to give off the like kind of creepy vibe. Or maybe kind of a bit uneasy. Not really creepy, but yeah, more uneasy.
Good, then they are distracted.
Forgive me, I do not understand.
Dreadlord and I have scarcely joined forces. I used to live in Notch's kingdom until their ancient relic was found in the wreckage of the Bastion in the days of the Piglins' rise to power. I have worked with Notch, the Piglins, the Pillagers, the Army of the Sea. He should know better than to trust me.
Perhaps he sees you as a worthy ally because of all your accomplishments, partner.
Perhaps. However, I will ensure that he does not put himself into a powerful position over me. Once Notch's kingdom is brought to ruins, Dreadlord will be next.
I found Savis. He's with a couple of henchmen and I can just make out what they're saying.
Also, I just gotta say as well, yeah, Chris Chat, I think that he was just the perfect voice for Savis, though. I'm really glad that he was down to voice Savis, because I really think that he was the perfect voice for that role. Yeah, Raptor says, and Chris. Yeah, W Chris, just true.
He's planning to take down Dreadlord after taking us out. What should we do?
We have retrieved useful information.
Ensure that he does not see you, and make your escape. Now is the time to make our move.
Excellent work, Steve. Your mission will surely increase our chances of coming out on top.
I hope so.
Citizens, guardians, soldiers, we have been building up our resources and creating new technological advancements for months. And now, our hard work has paid off. Created by our most intelligent scientists.
So, I know you guys are probably immediately thinking, wow, Wolf, you have that many people that can join your world? I mean, maybe, but no. This was actually all entirely me. So, pretty much, the motion capture mod. It's great. So, I don't know why it's named that, because actual motion capture is, I think you just like put a bunch of dots over someone's face and then you just like CGI in a model. That sounds really complicated. This is not that. This is just pretty much, it records your player actions and you can just have as many of them as you want. So every single one of these is something I did. So all of them. I am Notch. I'm this Steve. I'm this Steve. I'm all the Steves. So motion capture, very useful for 4-player scenes. Given that it was largely just Raptor and I working on the series.
Our hard work has paid off. Created by our most intelligent scientists, I will introduce you to our new army. Dreadlord, Savis, and their men will be in awe at such strength, with hundreds of clones, and hundreds more to come.
I am Steve.
And now, I declare war on Dreadlord and Savis, not only for the peace of this kingdom, but for all that they have endangered.
So Raptor said in chat, love the little communication devices, buttons, that's such a nice detail. Thank you. I was wanting to kind of make it so that you kind of think this is medieval for the most part, and I would say it largely is. But at the same time, it can be mostly medieval, but it can have some modern devices as well. Like, for example, in Keeper of the Peace, the command block, that is absolutely not medieval, because that's like whole technology and stuff. But yeah, I was just thinking that, you know, why not have a bit of tech in this world? Not like whole like phones and PCs and stuff, but you know, like the small stuff, like walkie-talkies, like more like a radio. Yeah. Also, the I am Steve joke was actually recommended to me to put in by GWB, so that was pretty funny, and I'm really glad I did that. And it just how everything stopped after he said that. Like, I did like them, like pretty much everything else, but yeah, that was a pretty cool idea though. Yeah, just gotta play it again.
I am Steve.
And now,
And I just wanted to make it as awkward as possible. Like, I've really tried. And by the way, syncing all of these Steves up with Notch was really difficult as well. But yeah, I just tried to make it absolutely as painfully awkward as possible.
I declare war on Dreadlord and Savas, not only for the peace of this kingdom, but for all that they have endangered.
Notch's kingdom is getting ready to attack. We must be ready.
How do you know that, brother?
I know that cheer. A cheer longing for peace. I was once among them, but now I seek my own destiny, not controlled by the power of others.
What should we do, partner?
Notch will go for Dreadlord first. However, we must not stay here for long. It is dangerous.
Where can we go?
There is shelter not too far from here. We go into it and wait to attack.
Would that not trap us, brother? We harm few, and Dreadlord has many.
I am not Dreadlord.
So for this bit, Raptor thinks Entity 303 is a pretty W character, so I had a scene where they were just kind of cameoing at the top.
You, receptionist, we're staying here. Understand?
If you'll be staying, I'll need to ask you to put your weapons away. Oh my gosh, I wonder who that is.
Nah, we're about to be in a war, and you could be one of them. One of Notch's new scummy members.
I don't make the rules.
Then how about you make some new ones instead? Or I'll make them for you.
Last chance.
Last chance for what? Talking me to death? Ah!
Dang, brother!
You just had that up there the whole time?
Made just for people like you.
That has got to be violating some policy.
Nah, the rules specifically state if some deranged guy with an army comes in armed and attempts to force his stay, flick this convenient lever so that an anvil comes slamming down on him. He will regret his decision.
Ugh, that's a really dumb rule.
I mean, it worked, so it must not be.
Ugh, I'm out of here.
So, I don't know why, like, I could have taken myself a bit more seriously, but, and by the way, for those who don't know, like, you could definitely tell by the voice, but that is my Minecraft skin, but tuxedo, I guess. But, pretty much, I just find it, like, I thought it'd be really funny if I would just make myself a character who can just, like, break a script, pretty much. I can just do whatever. And it just doesn't make sense. I thought that would be kind of funny, like, not too random. Like, I still take myself, like, a bit more seriously later, but I just thought that would be kind of funny. Where villains are just kind of coming in, they're like, alright, we're going to threaten this guy, and then that guy just, like, happens to be the guy who can just make literally anything happen. GWB said, Obsidian War! Yes, Obsidian War. Raptor said Entity 303, W, and then GWB said, hello, Raptor. And I'm also going to say hello, Raptor, because I think I said, I don't know. All right. By the way, this episode, I'm not going to spoil it just yet, but this was one of my favorite episodes in terms of what I did with it, and you guys will see in a moment.
Great. Leads to a river. Again.
Also, by the way, Rip Rabbit not going anywhere. Absolutely zero progress.
Great. Leads to a river. Again. Punished for not bringing a boat.
We will have to swim.
But the army of the sea is within this very river.
Then we must make it past them. We have no quarrel with them.
Have they not taken out other kingdom spies?
Oh, and by the way, so in the last episode, it was, of course, focused on Savas and Darby. And then, they were kind of coming to the treehouse area, and then that's where I was. But in that time, that's when Steve and the Guardians were kind of going out. So, yeah. I don't know if I'd made that clear. I think that was just kind of an assumption that I just kind of put out there. They have, but that must not concern us. This is one of their smallest underwater pyramids. This is also the place where they have tamed the fabled monster of the ocean depths.
Ah, what's there to worry about? They're down there and we're up here. If we fight or not, we can take them. We fought countless fables before, have we not?
We have. That will lead us into the water.
When do we ever catch a break?
Look, there's the monster! And it's...
Zacharias! Alicos!
Zacharias! He's gone under!
Alicos too!
Die, you stupid squid!
Are you two okay?
I'm fine, but I can't say the same for my gear. That thing broke my chest plate.
So, I was so excited to include this creature in here. So, Monster of the Ocean Depths is how I knew it before. Apparently, it's traditionally called the barnacle. So, that's pretty cool. So, in one of the first ever things to exist in the Guardians of the Ancient Relic, one of the first ever lines was, or I guess text, because I didn't have the actress for Archelaus at the time, but it was, the four Guardians, they served not well in the Obsidian War, fighting fabled creatures like the Monster of the Ocean Depths. So I really wanted to make sure I could find a mod, and it was not easy to find one, but I did end up finding one, and I was able to, I think, hopefully make it pose a proper threat, because it broke a netherite chest plate pretty easily. So this shows the strength of it. I'm glad that you're alive. There was no army. The underwater pyramid seemed to have been broken into. Then Dreadlord must have got here first.
As we proceed, we must be ready for an ambush at all times. Surely he must have forced them to join his army.
They're here. I recognize this place. Many kingdoms have been lured here only to be defeated by Dreadlord.
Gabriel and I saw no signs of any armor here. Are we sure that this is the place?
I bet they split up.
But why? I thought that they were working together.
I don't know, but we can't let that stop us.
Dreadlord, on all five!
It is time.
We've spent this long hiding away. Let's get him good.
They've surrounded the place with mines!
Alright, so, you guys might be wondering, how did Dreadlord find them, like, right away? I guess they were, like, tracking him, pretty much, but how would they know, like, the exact approximate location? So, pretty much, Dreadlord, I kind of had it a bit more imagined, that as they're following him, he's kind of following them, and he's kind of figuring out things by, like, Savas and Darby and stuff like that. He's kind of figuring out where they are, more or less, kind of. But yeah, I just kind of figured that they were kind of tracking each other, so it was very, and you guys will see in a moment, that it was very intentional that Dreadlord was meeting with them here and not somewhere else.
One misstep and we... They've surrounded the place with mines. One misstep and we all lose.
How do we not step on any on our way over here?
Beats me.
Everyone! Dreadlord has placed mines around the battlefield! Stand your grounds! And then you can see as well here with him being prepared with all the wither skeletons he's got.
Tools of Obsidian? Your previous attempt to stab me didn't turn out very well, did it?
And then that laugh was absolute perfection. It's like my favorite villainous laugh I've heard possibly ever. I don't know. Definitely in my own machinimas. Also, moment of silence for all the actions I had to sync up here. Just moment of silence.
Pathetic army will stop both of mine? Think again.
We're trapped!
In all seriousness though, like, it was fun, definitely. Like, I enjoyed working on the series a whole bunch, but it was a lot of player actions.
He's using his skeleton army as collateral damage to blow us up with the mines! Everyone, fall back and stay on the path that we arrived on!
There's no way they could have placed the mines that quickly. The army of the sea, they have joined Dreadlord. Guardians, use your bows to take down as much of the armies as you can. Use your shields to guard from their projectiles. We need to find a way to take out both armies.
Got it!
So this was really fun to do. I loved learning how to do this. How to just kind of cut specific stuff of certain frames and then just kind of move them around so that you can have all 4 guardians on the screen at the same time. But they're, you know, I guess Zacharias was kind of running a bit. But yeah, just how they're on the same screen, but they're on different screens, but they're on the same screen. So that was really fun to do. Use your shields to guard from their projectiles. We need to find a way to take out both armies.
Got it!
There's still too many of them.
I have flaming arrows.
Everyone hold up your shields. The mines are about to blow.
What do you think I've been doing?
Gabriel, his power level has decreased significantly.
Good. Let's hope that applies to the mines as well.
Alright, so pretty much something very cool about something that changed from the other series I did. I did not use the replay mod for this like a lot of the time. I have switched to something called flashback, and it can do something called like a dolly zoom, which is pretty much, I can't really explain it, but it's like what the camera does here. So like, you couldn't really see it all that well because I tried to keep things subtle. I'll go back a bit. I think it was a bit more obvious with Steve after it kind of exploded. Let me just check that. No! There's no way they could have placed the mines that quickly. So yeah, that kind of stuff. So that's called a dolly zoom, and they're very, very peak. GWB said power level, Dragon Ball Z reference. I did not have that in mind, but you know, honestly, yeah, this is, yeah, hey, like, we got Dreadlord, what's his power level, over 9,000? Yeah, honestly though, probably not accurate. Probably not quite that high though. I think Herobrine would have a higher number if he was in Dragon Ball Z.
You may have taken down some of my powers, but now I will take the ancient relic for myself and ensure the victory of my rising kingdom. And you will only get in the way, peasants.
I really loved having Dreadlord say peasants. It was really fun. But I was just gonna say, I love the moss and leaves on these buildings. Like, the creator of this map has such peak designing. Like, genuinely, I don't remember this. Maybe the only map that this person's made, but I'm just gonna say, if I ever got any future machinimas, I would totally look into this guy's stuff, because it is genuinely amazing. Herobrine versus, I don't know, oh dang, is it Kaioken or Kyoken? I don't know, Goku would be peak. I feel like that would honestly be really interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if it would have happened with all the animators that would love putting people or characters together, like Sonic versus, I don't know, Goku or something like that. Like, you know, they kind of, they might have done that. I don't know.
And you will only get in the way, peasants.
This time, we can't let you get away. Don't think we'll let you have all the fun. Yeah, we all have business with Dread. Guardians, form in! We can't hold him back! Keep pressing forward!
We're wearing his defense down!
I'll get him from behind! Oh.
Very, very fun camera angle to do. I love doing that.
You've had a problem for long enough! Now, would you do me a favor and stay down?
For killing someone that is your whole army.
No! Notch! Are you okay?
Luckily, the strength of the shields and armor of our kingdom have withheld the blasts of the mines.
I really loved having the silhouette here with Notch and his army in the distance. I loved the kind of silhouette reveal. I was really happy to, yeah. GWB said it right the first time. Same ability used in his first fight with Vegeta. The over 9,000. Oh, okay, got it. Cool. Yeah, Raptor said dramatic moment of silence. GWB said yet another moment of silence. That's true. It's a very tense moment. I don't want to like ruin the moment.
The strength of the shields and armor of our kingdom have withheld the blasts of the mines.
You defeated Dreadlord.
We defeated Dreadlord.
I defeated Dreadlord.
Oh, Gavriel with his ego. I love writing Gavriel to have an ego. He's one of my favorite characters to write.
My army, we are victorious over Dreadlord and his men. I congratulate you all for fighting valiantly. Guardians, I trust that you will stop Savas. He is our final foe.
We won't disappoint you. Then we'll track him down. The man that's usually here is missing. I wonder where he went.
I want to point out as well, Savas. So his name is kind of a play on words. So he thinks that pretty much he thinks he's going to save people. He thinks that like by defeating the Guardians of the Ancient Relic and Notch's Kingdom, it's kind of like, you know, talking at least about himself and Darby, like save us kind of. It's kind of like, I was thinking like that was kind of like a play on words for his name. So the more you know, I don't know.
Let's keep walking in the way that we were heading. Perhaps he is somewhere in that direction.
Guardians. Who goes there? I'm the receptionist for a hotel near here. I heard that you might need a lead on where Savas is. I can take you to him. How do you know where he is? He came into my shelter earlier today. I made him leave, but I've kept an eye on him.
It's nice to meet you. What's your name?
GWB said, I defeated Dreadlord. Get out! Just kidding, he's technically right. Yeah. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I didn't even thought of the get out with that.
Back at you. Call me Wolf. Alikos. Zacharias. Gavriel.
Irene.
We better be careful on our way to him. Come on, this way. This is the last place he was spotted. This is it. If Savas is here, then we can stop him, and we'll finally be at peace.
Peace. That sounds nice.
What about Wolf? Is he coming with us? I'll stay outside in case Savas tries to escape. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's finish this. Look, he's right there!
GWB says, call me Wolf, felt so cool, not gonna lie. Thank you very much.
Wait. Maybe he wants to have a truce. Forget truces. This jerk worked with Dreadlord.
He's right.
Yeah, he's... What?
I tire of fighting. I used to be a citizen of Notch's kingdom before many other kingdoms rose to power. You may remember me, but may not.
I do. Savas, Knight of the Seventh Order, stationed at the Darkwoods when the pillagers offered us an alliance.
And from that alliance came nothing but heartache. Only 2 of my order remained of the 10 that were sent.
But why work with Dreadlord? You have known of his ill intentions since we first knew of him.
I was bitter. So many of us taken down by the pillagers. They would still be serving Notch if we had been more prepared.
So the thing with Savas' backstory, Savas' backstory, I guess. So the thing with his backstory is, the reason he's mad at Notch isn't because he just hates Notch out of nowhere. Like, he's like, man, I hate that guy. Like, no, like, it's genuinely, you know, It's just genuinely not a thing where he just doesn't like him for no reason. Because the thing is, and this isn't necessarily on Notch, like it's kind of some specific variables that kind of made this not work out. But the thing is with his character that he was sent out, and because they weren't really that prepared, and some of his friends ended up unaliving, it kind of, made him feel like he didn't want to be a part of Notch's kingdom anymore because he was close to those people. And because under Notch's rule they unalived on a mission that he was sent by Notch on, just he lost the trust. GWB said, Savas never agrees to stop messing with the Guardian's law even after Dreadlord died. That is true. Because of the losses he's experienced, I think my microphone fell. But because of the losses he's experienced, though, he still feels like the Guardians, since they're a part of Notch's kingdom, he feels like he really should just kind of get rid of them, just to kind of avenge his friends.
There was a time when the pillagers did not pillage, and you did manage to take them out after they did not hold up their offer.
Dreadlord told me that everyone that I knew would be kept safe after the incident, and he hasn't let me down.
But he has ruined a city, multiple cities. He has ruined more lives than he has saved.
And now, he is defeated. I have no one to turn to. Notch, Steve, Archelaus, everyone sent us all out to fail. And you all are no different.
To be in such a position of power is to experience loss. I have lost many friends to similar missions.
So join me.
What are you wanting from us anyway? If you really wanted a truce, you would have already left. Yeah!
I will have to. Now. To a place where I can start over. Away from all of the people that have caused me pain. Even if it means that I will have to stay by myself.
So why the arena?
Because I want a chance to avenge them all.
Savas, we can't fight you.
Then stay out of my way.
If we do, you'll take vengeance on Notch, and that would put us all in danger. You would be imprisoned for treason against the kingdom for years.
What's it to you?
You deserve better, and I believe that can be achieved.
I prefer independence.
And I'm just watching in the background, just like, oh dang. There's some real fighting going on in there. You deserve better, and I believe that can be achieved.
I prefer independence. Darby and I trust each other in a way that could not be achieved in Notch's kingdom, and his kingdom will pay.
You're getting turned in. We can't. I've been through his pain. But we can't let him go either. Savas, I beg of you, do not do this.
Urgh! No, you don't care, and I will kill all of you. Urgh.
You fool, be sorry you did this. I will come back and finish what Savage started, brother.
Alright, so GWB, I'll read comments first. Our GWB said, vengeance on Notch is crazy. Yeah, it is pretty ambitious, given that he's, friends with Darby. He's chilling with Darby and wants to take on Notch's entire kingdom, but I guess it's just kind of, yeah, it's a bit ambitious. It's a bit unrealistic, but at the same time, he really believes he can do it, and determination. Can't go wrong with that, even though it is referring to unaliving like everyone in Notch's kingdom, in which case there is a lot wrong with that. But anyways, this bit, this took a couple tries to pull off.
And I will kill all of you.
Just deflect the sword out. That was so fun to do. GWB said W Bobby Brady moment. True, but I just
don't care, and I will kill all of you.
But yeah, I think that was actually a last minute thing where I was thinking, you know what? He has two swords. What if he actually succeeds and just doesn't immediately get hit? And then he can't really deflect with the other one. And I wanted Irene to do something a bit more, because with Alikos, you know, he's been having a lot of moments. Zacharias, he's had some more moments to shine as well. Gavriel, he's the funny one. And Irene, I just wanted to make sure that she got her moment, where in the end, it's kind of debatable that she would have done some of the most significant stuff, maybe alongside Alikos. So I wanted just to make sure that her character wasn't underutilized.
You fool will be sorry you did this. I will come back and finish what Savage started, brother.
Oh, and also you can see that with Irene in her left hand, she has the iron sword that Savas has. So she's just still holding that. So yeah. Rapper said, ooh, I really like the part where the sword was set out of Savas' hand. I am really glad. Yeah, that was like a last minute decision. And yeah, it was one that I thought would be a bit more believable as opposed to just nerfing Savas.
Brother, you did this. I will come back and finish what Savage started, brother.
Goodbye, Guardians of the Ancient Relic. Peace. Feels nice, doesn't it? Yes. Perhaps now we can discover where the power of the Ancient Relic lies. It is protected on the second story of Notch's house. You may ask him to retrieve it. Thank you, General. Raptor says it works so well, thank you very much. I want to find where the power of the Ancient Relic lies.
Go ahead. With our threats defeated, we have the time.
And now I wanted, and you can't really see like the outside shot, but with this obsidian thing, I've been kind of having it in the background the whole time, just to kind of tease the audience, like, hold on, GWB said, Irene unaliving, unalive W, but, Irene unaliving Savas was cool for her character. Thank you, yeah, I wanted to make sure, because Irene, she's got flaming arrows, and I feel like even though Savas didn't really get set on fire, because I felt like that'd be a bit too much, I thought that would be, hopefully something for her character. Would have been fitting for Zacharias too as well. Yeah, because he's a bit more of a character that might be a bit more impulsive, I feel like. A bit more on the attack. Not like Gavriel, but more like a coordinated, impulsive person, if that makes sense. So I could see that, but I just wanted to make sure that Irene would especially get to doing stuff. But yeah, I've been teasing about the obsidian in the background of the Notch scenes the whole time, so now you guys can finally see what's in here.
Our threats defeated, we have the time.
And inside is the Ancient Relic. And also GWB says, I don't think Alikos would unalive anyone, and also Gavriel already unalived Dreadlord. Yeah, true. So Alikos, he was trying really hard, because he was saying, please don't do this to Savas. He was just really trying to make sure that Savas, like, everybody would make it out okay. He was just really trying to make sure things would be alright. And as for Gavriel, he has no problem just stabbing. Just like, you know, stabbing Dreadlord, so he just kind of did that, so it's true. And Obsidian, I guess, would just be extra effective against Dreadlord because, you know, it's cooler.
The ancient relic. Notch gave us permission to use it?
To find out how to use it. I believe that if anyone can, it's us.
You bet we can.
We need to find somewhere hidden to use it. Not in Notch's castle, but in some cave. Holding the relic in broad daylight is too dangerous. I agree.
We're under attack. Ready the army.
Our defenses are being torn down! The pillagers sure are great at getting the jump on people.
So, couple things to say here. First, you guys might be wondering. Oh wait, hold on. GWB just said Minecraft needs to add emerald, redstone, and obsidian weapons. Not gonna lie, that is true. Very, very true. I know they're adding copper weapons and armor, and that's pretty cool. Yeah, Raptor said war. Yeah, that's true. We're getting the war. We're getting the war portion of the Obsidian War. But yeah, you guys might be wondering who sent the pillagers. So at this point, they weren't really sent by anyone. They were their own group. Later on in Guardians of the Ancient Relic, Herobrine was the one kind of in charge of their actions and stuff. But at this point, they were just kind of going on their own, and the pillagers are really great at getting the jump on people, as Gabriel just said. And yeah, their arrows, they have really powerful crossbows. Like, it's just really, but yeah. Anyways, not sent by anyone. They were just their own group at this point.
Our defenses are being torn down! The pillagers sure are great at getting the jump on people.
Also notice that Zacharias is holding his journal. So keep that in mind for a bit later.
Come on, we need to hold them back. We're losing. I hate to say it, but you're right. They have thousands to our hundreds. The houses, we need to...
Retreat? We can't retreat. We would be leaving the kingdom to be demolished.
But it already is. What good is a kingdom if it has no one left to serve in it? But we're honor-bound to Notch's kingdom. We must find out how to activate the relic. The pillagers will obtain it if we stay here. We would surely lose our ranks. And surely we would, but to save lives. Isn't it worth it? Steve's clones are very strong. They will protect the citizens. There's no way we're actually considering this.
We either choose to fight to the death or abandon our cause.
We are not abandoning our cause, although our cause will abandon us. Then let's do it. Gabriel? Fine, but if we die anyway, it's your fault. Irene?
The ancient relic is far too valuable to keep here. If we leave, we may still meet the same fate as if we would stay.
Then it's settled. We will make our way out of the secret exit. Notch. Steve. I'm sorry.
Alright, so got some stuff in the chat. GWB says secret one is W. Thank you. Raptor says it's cool to see how things led up to the point of how the Guardians left the kingdom. Yeah, I wanted to make sure so that by Notch and Steve's perspective, it looks like they just took the relic and they didn't have any reasoning behind it. But the reasoning actually was, if they had stayed there, they definitely would have, well, I guess I'm not going to spoil because the dialogue happens in a bit, but pretty much things would have been way worse if they had stayed, because then the pillagers would get the relic, they'd figure out how it works, and then everyone would be pretty much doomed. Rapper says, Notch Steve, I'm sorry, hits me in the emotional feels. Good. I'm joking, but I'm really glad you like it.
I can't believe we just did that. We've doomed Notch's kingdom. There's no turning back now. We just stole the ancient relic from Notch.
We pledged to be willing to die to protect Notch's kingdom.
And I am willing, but not yet. I don't want to sacrifice our lives knowing the others who live on could lose theirs. Hey, look! It's one of Steve's clones. That's the prototype. He's been hiding from Notch in his kingdom ever since he was cloned, a few weeks ago. Just like us, let's join him.
He could be the key to regaining Notch's trust.
Also, those who have been on my channel for a while know this. My favorite Minecraft song is the song literally named Alpha. Not like Alpha Music, but just the one literally named Alpha. It is 4 songs in one, amazing all the way through, and I believe this is the last part of the song that I hadn't used yet, so it was really satisfying to use the last part of this song. Technically the first part, but yeah. And then GWB said, emotional Obsidian War be like, and also W Herobrine moment. Yo.
We will never regain Notch's trust. We made our...
And yeah, keep that in mind, by the way. Prototype just chilling.
Our decision. Now,
All that we can do is find out how the relic works. Then, maybe one day we can use it to save everyone. We can't stay here. Where should we go? Surely not the Forest of the Brave. Our purpose remains the same. Keeping the ancient relic away from any enemy that comes to us or others. And by the way, what Alikos meant by surely not to the Forest of the Brave, he didn't just mean like, well, we can't go there. That's the first place we saw Dreadlord. So there might be some guys over there or something like that. No, what he meant was, he, as much as they feel like they did the right thing, they're feeling very much full of shame right now because pretty much they are realizing that they have betrayed Notch's whole kingdom, even if it is, at least in their minds, a good thing to do. So they are not feeling very brave right now. They're feeling pretty depressed right now. Our purpose remains the same. Go. Surely not the Forest of the Brave. Our purpose remains the same. Keeping the ancient relic away from any enemy that comes to us or others. We need to keep our names hidden as well.
Won't people recognize us?
They will. Zacharias, your name in your journals must be secretive. Then I should now name myself the Secret One.
I would advise the jungle. They have many twists and turns in them, and armies would have great difficulty in traversing them.
How about the cave under the jungle? All those twists and turns, and under all the foliage, we make a secret passageway to a hidden base.
So, something as well, I have this kind of deleted scene. The only reason it didn't make it in is because I couldn't really find a good place to put it in. But there's this one bit where Zacharias, and this is again a deleted scene, where they're at a campfire. Not this campfire, but like a different one. Not the one at Notch's castle either, just something outside of Notch's castle. Where it's just Alikos and Zacharias. Like, I don't know where Gavril and Irene would be. I don't know if I really wrote parts for them. But this scene is just Alikos and Zacharias. And pretty much what this bit was is they are kind of, you know, trying to plan because Dreadlord, I think that this would have been kind of after his first encounter with them, with Notch's kingdom, that is. And pretty much, Alikos, he sees Zacharias writing something, and he's like, oh, hey, Alikos, or, no, not Alikos, he says, oh, hey, Zacharias, I didn't know that you were one for journalism, and Zacharias just kind of explains that pretty much if they ever unalive, then they want somebody to end up finding their books, you know, Zacharias' journals, to kind of like just pick up what they started off. So that's kind of a deleted scene. I might release that eventually. I'm not too sure, but there we go. You got the deleted scene lore. Yes, that will work. Guardian?
How about the cave under the jungle? All those twists and turns, and under all the foliage, we make a secret passageway to a hidden base.
Yes, that will work. Guardians, the foes of Notch's kingdom will be defeated one day. But for now, we must stay in seclusion.
Here! Ooh, it looks dangerous.
Hopefully more to the pillagers than us.
I love lush biomes. I could get used to living down here.
Hey!
By the way, before anybody wonders, yes, this is the literal exact same cave. You guys will know what I mean in a bit. GWB said, W deleted scene should upload as a YouTube short. I think I should. I'm feeling the motivation to do that. I think I should do that.
Gold!
Love lush biomes.
Hopefully more to the pillagers than us.
I love lush biomes. I could get used to living down here.
Hey, gold! Has anyone even been here before?
Apparently not. I'll create a pool to fall into as a shortcut if we're found on the surface. Down here. This looks like the perfect place to build a house. It would take years until someone would find us, if they ever do.
Right over lava. Nice.
Are we ready? Stay hidden? No. But to keep the ancient relic safe. For Notch's kingdom. Pausing just for dramatic effects. Raptor said Irene is accurate to you in real life because you love lush caves. I do know that. Yeah, I think I did actually write that with you in mind a bit because I was thinking, you know, Raptor's Irene. Raptor loves lush caves, and I feel like Irene as a character would just generally love them as well. So GWB said, W fact about Raptor. Here are 10 facts about Raptor you didn't know. And that's just the concept. I'm not actually doing that. But, anyways. But yeah, so I wanted Alpha, the music, you know, to sync up with this. Synced music is so fun to do, and I just wanted to give off the impression that. And by the way, I'm assuming you guys recognize this house. I would imagine y'all do. But yeah, this is a direct tie-in to Guardians Season 1, Episode 1, or Guardians of the Ancient Relic for those who don't know. Yeah, so this is just proof of them going underground, them going and hiding away, and they're really sad about it. They know that Notch is not going to be happy with them about it, and they know that they could very well spend the rest of their lives running away, but yeah, it is, you know, something that they got to do. It's the greater good, but it feels pretty awful. Kingdom. Raptor said W building reference, thank you.
I don't believe it. How could they? Our most loyal assembly betrayed us in our most desperate moment.
The Guardians have defeated Dreadlord and Savas. Surely they meant good by it.
No, they would have told us if they meant well.
Will Steve come back?
He and I must stay split up until we have a fighting chance.
What about one of his clones?
We'll have to see.
Pardon my presence, King Notch, but there is a new threat that has risen up.
So, Raptor said in the cut to black once the door closes along the music is cinema. Thank you very much. I'm thinking of like the cinema meme, except with the shadow rendered in, with like his hands up going cinema. Thank you very much. Yes. GWB, yes, that is coming in just a moment. Also, these knights are also voiced by Raptor with a voice changer. You guys might be wondering, why don't I use a voice changer ever? I don't know. Like, I might do that in the future, honestly. But, I guess Raptor's just really used to voice changers. So, yes, these are also Raptor. She does all the voice changer action.
Pardon my presence, King Notch, but there is a new threat that has risen up.
Who?
One of Steve's clones, the prototype. He has found the command block.
The prototype would be a formidable foe. Are you sure of this?
Yes, Archelaus has confirmed it.
He will surely be as brine in a wound to our remaining heroes. Hero Brine.
It's voice changer girl. Facts. Alright, anyways, peak credit scene. I love this music. It is, I think it's Poco Poco by Syntheon. Or Syntheon. Let's go. Jammin' time. Jammin'! Yo, peak music alert. Yo. Oh man, I love it. This music is so awesome. Oh man, the sync up. Oh. Alright, Raptor said, oh yeah, the Poca Poca remix music was perfect for credit sequence. I genuinely feel like it was. That music, I love it so much. It is my favorite Minecraft remix I can think of right now. And possible, I think it just generally is. GWB said, W Bobby Brady yet again. Facts. Well, would you look at that? There's a post-credit scene. Wonder what will happen. So, I wanted to make sure, and I'm not going to spoil just yet what happens. For those who don't know. Also, by the way, I'm assuming you guys have watched Obsidian War before looking at, like, I'm kind of assuming, but I wanted to make sure that the lighting, you can tell that the lighting is way darker. I wanted to make sure it was way darker, and I just wanted to make sure that the prototype, he would kind of, in his travels, that he would kind of be so exploring so much that he's kind of drawn to maybe more dangerous things like this underground area, which we'll see what it is in a moment. Also, the redstone torch on the left, proving that someone has been there before. Who is it? I don't know.
And that's why
Huh?
Notch has been cloned. He's planning
What?
something large to down.
This power level is the very significant city of Farmland.
Hero.
Hero
And there we go. It's the end. Alright. And there we have it, everyone. It is the Keeper of... Or no, not the Keeper of the Peace. It is the Obsidian War that we have just finished. Alright. So, I have some final stuff I want to talk about. Alright. So, for this bit... let's see. Actually, oh no. I was going to say something. What was I going to say? Dang it. Oh, yeah. So, first off, another dolly zoom thing.
And that's
About here.
He's
They're
planning
very fun to do. So you guys might be wondering, why am I hearing lines from this series, The Keeper of the Peace, and The Guardians of the Ancient Relic? Like, why am I hearing that? But, so here's the thing, though. You guys remember how in The Keeper of the Peace, Herobrine was like, "Oh, Steve, I can hear your conversations from afar, you little dummy." You remember how he... maybe not verbatim, but how he said that pretty much. So he can just... So yeah, that's basically that. So he's getting access to the kind of code of sorts of the world as to why he can kind of hear the kind of like conversation. So he kind of has access to all these things as to why he can hear ones in like Guardians. I don't know. It's cool or something. But yeah, that is something that I wanted to make sure would happen. And yeah, let's just play this one more time though. I'm really happy with how this turned out.
And that's why
Huh?
Notch has been cloned. He's planning
What?
something large to down.
This power level is the very significant city of Farmland.
Hero. Alright, comments to see. Imagine a spin-off called is it Creeper of the Peace. And then Raptor GWB says, and then Raptor says, very convincing voice acting as well. Thank you very much. Also, by the way, a bit more on like my general thoughts. I didn't really write too much about this, but the kind of like go away, stay away stuff that you saw about like, oh, where was it? It was like, yeah, stay out. And the stay out bit, I was thinking maybe somebody like they found the command block, except then like they found the command block and maybe they started connecting with it, but then like they just decided it was too powerful and kind of just decided like, nah, I'm not doing this stuff. Like, no, like I'm out of here. So with Steve, or the prototype more specifically, his curiosity drove him to really see what was going on, which eventually his curiosity led him to become Herobrine. So there we are. I think that's pretty much all I gotta say. But yeah, so that's kind of the main bit that ties everything together. Oh yeah, I was gonna say as well, for when I was saying, where was it? It was, I think it was this part. Yeah, here. Oh, dang. No.
Come back and finish what Savage started, brother.
Oh, we're good. Goodbye, Guardians of the Ancient Relic. So that's kind of a symbolic line. So I just said that generally, but it's also kind of a symbolic line for the reasoning of the Guardians. And, like, obviously, I didn't, like, know this necessarily. I know I said about breaking the script earlier, but in character, in story, in universe, I don't know this, but Goodbye, Guardians of the Ancient Relic was kind of referring to how they left Notch's kingdom, and then how they overall just, you know, had to kind of walk away from everything. So I was just kind of saying goodbye because they're technically no longer the Guardians of the Ancient Relic. And then that name would be reclaimed at the end of Keeper of the Peace. Or no, not Keeper of the Peace. Guardians of the Ancient Relic. But yeah, I think that that's it though. I think that that's pretty much all I got on my commentary. But yeah, I gotta release maybe deleted scenes sometime to release it. I don't know if I'm gonna like put it into like a compilation. I might eventually of like Keeper of the Peace and stuff like that. But sorry, I keep saying Keeper of the Peace. I mean Obsidian War. But yeah, anyways, I think that's gonna do it for me. Thank you all so much for showing up and sticking around, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye. I can do a better goodbye. Come on. All right, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.